Have you ever wondered how you can outperform the S&P 500? Well, in this video, we are going to analyze 4 different strategies that can do just that. So hopefully you can find a strategy that is right for you, your investment goals and your character, and still achieve better results than just buying the S&P 500 ETF. So let me explain how we are going to find out which strategy we should use. First, we need a benchmark to compare our results to. And for that, we are going to use VOO, which is an S&P 500 ETF created by Vanguard. Then we are going to use our Stock Ranking Pro, which is an interactive database of all the companies we ever analyzed on this channel. And we are going to travel back in time to December 2023 to look at the cheapest companies, companies with best financial health, best dividends, and finally with best growth. And we are going to compare the results of those companies with the S&P 500 ETF. And let's imagine we have $10,000 to invest. We either invest that amount into VOO, so the S&P 500, or we invest those $10,000 by dividing it evenly between 10 best companies in each category of our Stock Ranking Pro. So we start with $10,000 and 5 different approaches to investing. So first, let's take a look at passive investing in the VOO ETF. After almost 12 months, we would have $13,036 plus dividends of $160. So altogether, $13,196, and that is a growth of 32%. This is an exceptionally high result. So let's see, can we beat it with some of the strategies based on our Stock Ranking Pro categories? And the first strategy is going to be investing in the cheapest companies. So in December 2023, these were the biggest bargains in the ranking. We have here, for example, Zim, Malibu Boats, Alibaba, Foot Locker, or PayPal. And if we would invest $1,000 into each one of those 10 companies, after around 12 months, we would have $13,285, and we would also get around $481 as dividends. So altogether, our $10,000 would grow to $13,766, and that is a growth of 37.7%. So investing in cheap companies from our stock ranking would beat the S&P 500 by 5.7 percentage points. That is absolutely great. But before you decide to put all your savings into the current cheapest companies in the ranking, we have to remember that 1. We are looking only at 1 year, so the time frame is very short, and we should be extremely careful with any conclusions. And secondly, we have to remember that past results can be used as a guide, but they never guarantee same outcome. Future can be very different from the past. But the ranking allows us to also use other strategies. Let's see how well we would do if we invested in top 10 companies when it comes to financial health. Now, because the ranking is changing all the time and I'm adding new features, especially to the Pro version of it, we did not have the financial health score 12 months ago. But I did some calculations, and this list of companies is pretty close to what we would get a year ago. So here are the 10 best companies when it comes to financial health. And we see here, for example, Ulta Beauty, Texas Pacific Land Corporation, Apple, MasterCard, or Accenture. And if we would invest $1,000 around a year ago in each one of those 10 companies, today we would have $12,118, and we would also get around $194 as dividends. So altogether, our $10,000 would grow to $12,312, and that is a growth of 23.1%. So that is still a nice growth. But investing in companies with best financial health from our stock ranking would underperform the S&P 500 by 8.9 percentage points. And it is going to be super interesting to see, will investing in quality create better results in the long term? It may be the case that in the short term S&P 500 is better, but in the long term, quality may be the way to go. We just have to wait and see. But last year, we would achieve better results by just buying the VOO ETF. Okay, so now let's take a look at the results of companies with best dividend scores. And around a year ago, in this group, we would see companies like Valete, Lowe's, Home Depot, or Hewlett-Packard. So if we would invest in them, today our $10,000 would be worth $11,658, and we would get around $313 as dividends. So altogether, we would have $11,971, and that is a growth of 19.7%. Also a very nice result, but when we compare it to 32% we would get in that time from VOO, it does not look good. We would achieve results worse by 12.3 percentage points. But again, it is possible that in the long term, if we would also reinvest the dividends and take advantage of the dividend growth, we could achieve better than average results. Also, you may notice that we would actually get more dividends from undervalued companies than from companies with the highest dividend score. The reason for that is that the dividend investing is a long-term game. And in our dividend score, we are not only looking at the short-term dividend yield, though it is important, but also at other factors that tell us how secure a dividend is and how fast can it grow in the future. Okay, and finally, let's look at 10 companies with the best growth score. And as you can see, we have here companies like Tesla, Meta, or Netflix. And our $10,000 after around a year would be worth $14,236. But that is not all. We would also get $338 as dividends. So altogether, we would have $14,574, and that is an incredible growth of 45.7%, which beats the S&P 500 Vanguard ETF by an incredible 13.7 percentage points. So this strategy, investing in companies with the highest growth score in our Stock Ranking Pro, would generate the best results last year, a growth of over 45%. Again, we are looking only at 1 year, so making any conclusions would be irresponsible. Next year, the results may be completely different. We need a longer time frame to really know which strategy gives us the best chance of beating the market. And it is very possible that certain strategies can benefit from a longer time horizon. But it is very interesting to see how well we would do by just buying top 10 stocks from each category of our ranking. So dividend stocks did the worst, then quality stocks, and those strategies underperformed the S&P 500. Then we have low price stocks, which did better than the Vanguard ETF. And finally, the best result was achieved by the growth stocks from our ranking. So if you want to get access to our Stock Ranking Pro and see which companies right now are in the top 10 in each category, then head over to our Patreon page. Now, I want to stress it once again. The fact that you would outperform the stock market with growth and value strategies last year does not mean that you will achieve similar results in the future. If you want to find more help in your investment journey, then check out my videos about best websites for investors and best portfolio trackers. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.